G'day and welcome to Easy Eats with Dad. My name's Trav, I'm a dad, not a chef, and today I'm going to show you how to make some cracking cannolis with Nutella Marscapone filling. Let's get stuck into it. So first step is to make our delicious filling. We've got a couple of tubs of mascarpone, which you can just get from the cheese section at Coles, Woolies, your local supermarket. And of course the key ingredient, a nice big jar of Nutella. Delicious. So let's get stuck into it. So we're just going to scoop 2 tubs of mascarpone into just a nice big mixing bowl, because we're going to have to obviously mix it all together. And then it's time for Nutella. Now, the question is, how much Nutella do you want to put in it? And my answer is, how much do you like Nutella? So I'm going to put a fair chunk in there, because Nutella's pretty awesome if you ask me. And the more Nutella-y flavour you kind of get in, the better, and also the less sugar you're going to have to use. So there's a few different ways you can mix this. You can use a beater, you can do it by hand if you want, you can use a blender even. What I'm going to use is a stick beater, just because I find it's the easiest one, it's easier to keep clean, and it does the job pretty quickly. So let's start mixing this. The trick is with these stick beaters to just kind of in and out with it, otherwise it's going to get bogged down and kind of, you'll hear it labouring if you have it under there for too long. So you'll kind of see eventually there won't be any streaks of Nutella or any streaks of mascarpone in there. It'll just be all a uniform kind of Nutella-y creamy brown colour, and that's when it's time for a bit of a taste test. See, that's delicious. I'm not even going to need to add any sugar into that. It's already sweet enough. But I am going to get the boss to just come and check for me quickly. So let's get her over. So, next step, cannolis. Now, these are, traditional Italian cannolis. You can get them from your greengrocer, sometimes your supermarket. Have a look around, you should be able to find them somewhere fairly easily. Now, the trick here is simply to get them out. And then, next trick is you want a piping bag like this. So what we're gonna do is get our Nutella mascarpone mix. Just spoon it in like so. So, one at a time, we're just going to fill these from each end. So, and it's literally just rinse and repeat. All right, there we have it. So our cannolis are ready. Now all that's left is to garnish them, make them look pretty, and just add to them a bit. So next up we're going to do the accompaniments for the cannolis, and first up is whipped cream, which we're going to make out of this thickened cream, and we're going to make it extra special, and I'll show you exactly how. So first up, we just need to pour our cream into a nice bowl like that. So the trick is to just thicken it up by whipping it like so. Right, so you want to beat the cream until you've got it quite nice and thick. You can see here it's all forming some pretty solid peaks on it. So I reckon that's just about done. What I'm going to do is scoop a bit of this out and keep it separate. That one's for the kids, because how to make your whipped cream extra special. Oh, I can smell that Baileys straight away. And there we have it. That's our whipped cream done. Right, so we're going to start plating them up now. So simply, you just want to kind of put them like that. Kind of looks cool. Right, now we're going to go back to the pipe. You can spoon the cream on if you want, but we've got the pipe here, so we might as well use it. We'll start with the kids' ones. All right, and now for our extra special next level parental whipped cream with the Baileys in it. All right, next up, we're just gonna kind of garnish with a strawberry on each of them. So 3 vertical cuts through the strawberry, and then they kind of concertina out like that. Smack bang on the whipped cream. Now that's it for the strawberries. Now there's just one more little garnish to put on it, and that's melted Nutella drizzled over the top. Right, so what I've done with Nutella, I've just got a teaspoon of Nutella, dash of milk, microwaved it for about 20 seconds, and it's this nice chocolatey liquid now. So we're just gonna drizzle it over like so. So our adult beverage accompaniment for the cannolis is going to be a Butte Irish coffee. I'm going to do 2 variations on it. So I'm going to insist on this, don't use instant. You can use, I'm using plunger with freshly ground coffee. You can use an espresso machine if you got one, or even a pod machine if you got one. So, but like I said, I'm just going to use the plunger. So a bit of coffee in there. Just make it however you'd normally make your coffee at home, just without milk. That's very important. It needs to be black coffee. And about 2/3 fill these glasses. So what we're going to do is kind of like a his and hers Irish coffee. So we've got Irish whiskey for one and Baileys for the other. So I'm going to free pour. You can use a shot pour if you want, but like roughly a nip or so. And if you remember me telling you to keep the leftover Baileys cream earlier, now's the time you use it. Now, it may not be as healthy as a fruit cup, but I guarantee that this will put a smile on anyone's face if you finish your meal with this dessert. Now, I'm not going to hang around and talk anymore because this looks too good. I'll see you around.